Hey, Jinx!
Truck stop!
Welcome to another road trip video with JJ Jinx. So this video is going to be about a lot of things. So every time I come back from a road trip, I have a lot of non-knife stuff that I pick up and want to show. I just never do, because I'm a lazy shit. So this is going to constitute a couple of years worth of road trips. All in one, just for you. I'm going to begin with the knives that I picked up from my previous road trip down to Florida. First up, I have two here that I picked up from Love's. The Love's truck stop. Well, a Love's truck stop. Two different ones. This one I got in Florida. I don't remember where I got this one. You may recognize this one. It's one of those coin kind of knives that a designer made lots of years ago, and then there were knockoffs that were made and sold over places like Wish.com, and they finally made their way to Love's, thus coming full circle. That is where knife designs go to die. These were being sold for, I think, $10 each. Yeah, and they had them in a few different colors. They had like a golden brass, an anodized blue, and then just kind of silvery. I would have liked to have had the blue one, but they were out, so I went with the black one. And I didn't want to collect all of them because it's like the same thing over and over again for $10 a piece. No, thank you. If it was 5, I'd try to get them all. But anyway, this funky toucan-looking blade is a single ground edge, recurved slip joint thing, I guess. The detent is kind of on this little spring bar in the back with that bearing there. Yeah, pretty neat things. And now you can get them at the gas station. I found this one when we were on our way back, and I was excited because it was in a bin with a whole bunch of other knives that I already own. This one I did not, so I happily snatched it up. It was only $8, and it has a beautiful painting of a barn with a field and some deer, and then you get some real tree stuff going on the sides, and it's kind of a stiletto style knife. So it does have a flipper tab. It's also got a thumb disc. I don't think I've seen these bargain bin gas station knives with thumb discs before. And here's the blade. It's a little bit of a swedge going on, and this is labeled Precision Blades. I'm pretty sure I've gotten something from Precision Blades before. It is liner locked with actually kind of decent lockup. And I'm not sure what it's riding on. It doesn't look like Teflon. It doesn't look plastic or nylon. There's something going on in there, but I would be very surprised if it's bearings, but it is rather smooth. There are a couple of problems with this knife, though. Even though you have a nice low-riding pocket clip, it really stands off the knife. You see that? That's going to get caught on something and just get ripped, how it like bend. I could see that happening quite easily. The other thing is that the centering is atrocious. Check that out. It is very, very close to colliding with the liners. In fact, it might be hitting the other end of that screw, now that I'm looking at it. And in spite of the praise for having a thumb disc for a change, and for no other reason, it's quite useless because you can't even get to it. It's like sitting right in the middle of these rather thick scales, and so oh, there we go. Well, there we have it. The $8 deer stiletto from Love's Truck Stops. Precision Blades. Precision Blades. Then I went to a Walmart down in Florida. Walmarts tend to have different things in different regions, and I picked up this. It's a fillet knife, and it's orange. They had them in black as well, and they were insanely cheap. These were, I think, $1, from what I remember. So these are the new $1 Walmart knives. Since the price of the $1 Ozark trail knife has been more than $1 in most places, this has taken the throne. Neat thing about this knife is the way that the sheath locks onto the handle. You just lift this tab and you take it off. I thought that was kind of cool. And then you got a loop on the other side just for, you know, symmetry, I guess. That's satisfying. So this is obviously for butchering up fish. And it is branded Tsunami with a picture of a tsunami. Kind of looks like Sonic the Head. Kind of looks like, to me, Sonic... Kind of looks... Ah, fuck it. Sonic the Hedgehog. That's what I was trying to say. The tsunami. I do like there's like this oval hole in the handle and a circular one there too. I'm not much of a fisherman, nor am I much of a filleter of fish, but I do like this thing. It's long and beautiful. And it almost looks like it has a hamon. See that? That's probably just the grind, though. Very, very... a grind so uneven, it looks like a hamon. How about that? Well, I got what I paid for. Now, the other knife I picked up was this Ozark Trail MultiTool. I've seen this in a lot of other Walmarts, and I never picked it up because I already have one. But it comes in like a metallic blue and black hardware, which I called my RoboCop knife. So this is one of those multi-tool things that includes a knife, and the one thing I didn't like about the blue one was even though it came in Ozark Trail packaging, it did not have the Ozark Trail logo anywhere, which I've been saying for years they should do that more often because it's kind of a neat logo. So now we have this one in OD green, and it was like $8, I think, or it might have been more than that. I can't even remember. But it's been on the shelf for quite a long time because the cardboard is starting to delaminate. And one of the interesting things about that is in the very center, there appears to be a white piece of cardboard for some reason. Oh, I guess that's the white background that you see behind the knife. Oh, that's how that works. Anyway, let's get her open. Oops. The fire striker has fallen out. And we have a... So if you haven't seen one of these before, there is a little slot for the fire striker to go into and a detent for it to, you know, be held into place. Here's your seatbelt cutter and glass breaker. And on the other side, you have a little bitty flashlight. Now, if I remember, you can't turn it on because there's a little piece of plastic blocking the battery. So you got to dump everything out, remove the plastic thing. Now, close it all the way, holding it by the knurled aluminum. And there it goes. Yay, a little single LED flashlight. And you can mount it onto your knife with this magnet. And then you can use it like a normal flashlight, sort of. Yes, normal. Well, anyway, it's a thing to hold it. So that's kind of neat. I like that it uses that magnet to kind of secure it into place. That's pretty neat. A magnetic accessory. Well, you got a little cap lifter right here where the blade goes when you open it, which is partially serrated and black coated. What kind of steel? No idea. Probably something bad. It's a big thing with a high-ride pocket clip, so there's plenty for you to gain purchase of when you pull it out of your pocket. My only concern would be if I go to reach down and pull the knife out and I accidentally lift out the flashlight alone. Although, if you just want the flashlight, maybe that's a good thing. Then the knife can just stay in your pocket and bink. Yeah, pretty neat. I also have one of these with Damascus steel for the blade that I got from Albatross on Amazon. I did a video about that before. And in the plastic handle, you have this kind of futuristic looking patterning going on. It almost looks like an isometric field or something. So, anyway, no Ozark Trail logo. Still not doing that yet. Oh well. Well, that concludes the knives that I picked up. Well, the ones that I didn't get from Harbor Freight. Part of the reason why I have so few was because I got so many from Harbor Freight, so I kind of toned it down a bit for everywhere else. Now let's move on to the next batch of stuff. When I was hanging out in Boone, North Carolina, my buddy took me a place called the Boone Saloon, and he bought me this pint glass, which I kind of wanted because on the other side, it says the Appalachian Football Club with a picture of you-know-who. And so he bought it for me, and I had a pint, and all was well. I also got this really delicious cider from Botanist and Barrel, well fermented. I've had this stuff before, but I've never seen it outside of Boone, North Carolina. It's made in Cedar Grove, North Carolina, so maybe that's why. It's frickin' delicious. And apparently I had one of them and forgot about the other 3 for like 7 or 8 months. So now it's very well fermented. I will save these for a special occasion. Ah, who am I kidding? Let's have one now. Just a taste. Oh, that smells so good. This stuff is very, very dry. It almost has like a champagne scent to it. Like a brut champagne. That is good. It's not too sweet. It's very unsweet compared to most ciders, which I like. Yeah, that's enjoyable. That is an experience. It's got so many flavors to it. It's fruity and floral, and it's not overly carbonated either. It's very smooth going down. This stuff was expensive too. I think I paid like almost $20 for the 4 cans. Botanist and Barrel. I dig. And to wash it down, how about a nice bottle of water? Love's branded bottles of water. I didn't know that they had started selling these until I was on my way down, and I immediately had to get one. And then I was thinking, wouldn't it be great if all the other truck stops and gas stations started selling branded water bottles too? I would love to have the full collection. TA, Flying J, Minuteman, Casey's, what's the other big one that I'm missing? I said Pilot, right? Pilot, if I hadn't said that one already. Yeah, I can imagine having a whole line of these up on a shelf. It would be pretty cool. So next time I'm out on a road trip, I'm going to keep my eye out for the other gas station bottles of water. It's a neat, inexpensive thing to collect while you're on your travels. While I was in Florida, I visited Ron John's Surf Shop. Yes, they have a very big one there. And I picked up some Astronaut Ice Cream because, you know, NASA's not too far away, and so they have all kinds of NASA stuff. I remember some years ago, I wanted to make a video about Astronaut Ice Cream, but the problem was I didn't have Astronaut Ice Cream. It was like freeze-dried peaches or something, and I didn't even know it until I opened the package and they all spilled out, and I was like, that's not ice cream. Well, for real this time, it's the Neapolitan Ice Cream Sandwich. This is real ice cream, and it explains the whole process that gives you a delicious, crunchy, and yet creamy sweetness that just melts in your mouth. Let's try it. Oh, check that out. It even comes in the wax paper wrapping. When I was a kid, it was just chunks of this stuff laying in the bag. Well, it's very light. As I could expect, it's mostly water, right? Well, it was. Oh, yeah. There's the chocolate, the vanilla, and the strawberry. And the chocolate cracker part. I'll try a chunk of this vanilla. Very dry. You know, it's almost like chalky at first, which is off-putting, but then once you start to get some liquid into it through your saliva. It has a rather pleasant taste. I'll try a piece of the strawberry. It tastes the same. And because it's Ron John's, they always throw in a couple of them bumper stickers that you see everywhere. Ooh, 3 of them actually. Now there is a Ron John surf shop in New Jersey, but this one is distinctly from Cocoa Beach, Florida. In some gas station somewhere, and I can't remember, I bought some lab putty. So this stuff says you can draw on it with UV light. Magic fluorescence, UV reactive, not your ordinary, gotta have it out of this world lab putty. That's a mouthful, and it even comes with a convenient little LED light. And if this thing stops working, I know where I can get another one. Watch the color change as you doodle with light. Let's try it. Pretty cool stuff you can find in gas stations these days. Okay, let's make a clean spot, as if that's possible. Ooh, it's white. I didn't expect it to be in a plastic bag, but I guess that makes sense. They gotta keep it hydrated. A little bit of it's dried out there. Huh. Oh, weird. I was expecting slime, but it's not. It's more of a, I don't know. It's a little more coherent than slime, but it holds its shape. It's not like silly putty, but it could be a polysiloxane like silly putty. Don't know. Let's doodle. Oh, wow. That was really fucking fast. Check that out. That's awesome. J. Jinx. This was way more fun than I thought it was going to be, and it's already fading. That's fantastic. No way. It's just as advertised, but even more fun than I thought it would be. Oh, that's cool. They need to put this into, like, the handle of a knife. You know what I mean? Whatever this UV reactive material is. Let's say you're out hunting in the Arctic, and your white-handled knife is by your side, and then you wander, because of global warming, into a rainforest suddenly. No problem. I'll just change the color of my knife handle to blend right in with the wildlife. You see how that would work? Oh, so many ideas. I should send some of this stuff to Tristan Barnett to see what he comes up with. This is one of the better purchases I've made, I believe. Wow. That's cool. I wonder if they make any other color combinations or something. Like this one's kind of a purple. Well, that was awesome. In North Carolina, there's this place called Blowing Rock. And I got a Bigfoot trucker hat. I believe. Yes, this is the Bigfoot Blowing Rock trucker's hat. Actually, I picked this up at one of those places where it's like kind of a mine where you can pay money to sift through dirt to find gemstones and stuff. And they had a bunch of Bigfoot stuff in the store, so I got a whole small collection of stuff. Check this out. A little hat pin to go with my hat. Blue Ridge Mountains, North Carolina. And it's got Sasquatch in his classic pose, trudging through the pine forest. And finally, I just had to get this one. I was kind of tossing it around in my mind, and then I said to myself, I know I've seen it elsewhere cheaper, but if I don't get it now, I will regret it. It's the Bigfoot MultiTool. Here he is in his pose again. We got some dude. It's either Indiana Jones or Percy Fawcett or someone like that. Well, anyway, Bigfoot's toe is a Phillips head screwdriver. His heel is a flathead screwdriver. So is his other heel. His hand is a bottle opener. Various parts of his torso are different hex screwdrivers. Oh, there's a bottle opener right there in the cavity of his chest. So I don't know what that is. Perhaps I should look on the back. Can opener. Oh, nice. He's got this slot missing from his leg. That's a butterfly wrench. Oh, look where the sharp edge is. Yes, he's got a very sharp edge there. I didn't even notice that one. And his leg is a 2-inch ruler. These are all going to go in my Bigfoot collection of stuff. The answer to this question is why not? I got a skull-shaped blowtorch lighter. And it works. It's got purple fluid, and it almost looks like it should glow in the dark or something. Something you can get at a classic American truck stop. The skull lighter torch thing. Oh, look at his little keychain loop right there.